Hey everyone, today I wanted to come on here and just do a really quick kind of check-in with you guys on how it's been being a full-time reseller. I have had my first full official month of being full-time and I have some thoughts and I just wanted to kind of share them with you. I know that I shared a little bit with you in my initial video. I shared a little bit with you actually in my recent what sold video. So I'm going to try not to repeat too many things. The biggest change that I have noticed going full-time compared to the corporate job that I was working in is my mental health. I feel like sometimes gets overlooked very easily, and I think it's actually very important. And I know it's really hard to put that as a priority. I know I'm not alone. I know I've even talked to people recently that I didn't realize was going through some very similar things that I was going through. I hope the best for them and I want the best for them, but that is a decision that only they can make. And it is a hard decision. And this was not an easy decision for me to do and go full time. I just want to be very honest and real about that. I know I haven't gone into too much detail about why I made this change, and I don't know how detailed I will put that out there because I don't want to shame or talk bad about the company that I worked for, the people that I worked with. There were a lot of positives about both the company and the people that I worked with, so it's not all negative, and I just don't want to have it come across that way. I was struggling with my mental health for quite a while, and it just kept getting worse. And I reached out to get help, went through those processes, and ultimately what I got from that is I just have to be able to accept that I'm not going to enjoy my corporate job, and that the only reason I'm doing it is for the positive things that that job provided me with, and be able to have those things get me through my days. Anybody who can do that, I think they are so strong, and I give them all the props in the world because I wish I could have done that and I wasn't able to. So I don't really want to go into too much detail on that, but essentially my mental health has been significantly better now that I have gone full-time as a reseller. I enjoy what I'm doing. Of course, there are stressful situations that are still happening, just in my personal life and with reselling. And not every day is the best day, or there are days that I'm struggling, or there are days that I feel down. So like, it's not like a cure-all for me leaving my corporate job, but I have been so much happier. I have been so much less stressed. My body has changed because I have been less stressed. The people in my life have noticed the change in my mood, and I've noticed a huge change in my mood. I really, really want this reselling thing to work out. I really do, because I think this would be amazing for me. Mentally, I am enjoying it. I have fun with it. It's like a passion of mine, and I don't know. I don't dread waking up in the morning. I will be honest, there's one day of the week that is not my favorite, and that is Thursdays, and that's because that's like my draft listing day where I try and draft all of my listings for the next week, all in one bulk chunk of time. And that has been a struggle. So that's my least favorite day, and I'm still trying to figure that out. Actually, this past week has been a lot better with that, because what I ended up doing is I edited my photos kind of like here and there whenever I had pockets of time throughout the week leading up to the Thursday. And then on Thursday, I literally just worked through my draft listings. And if I didn't get through all of it, then I was able to kind of just do whatever I didn't get to the next day. And like, it was a lot less stressful. It's definitely not the funnest day because I feel like I'm not doing anything enjoyable. Like I will say listing is my least favorite thing to do. I just don't find it that fun. I've been trying to try different things. I've been trying different tools. One of the tools actually that I have been using that I've been using for a while now is Posh Sidekick, and I've been using their bulk background remover feature, which I feel like I've talked about recently. And then I've also been using their scheduling feature where I can draft listings and I can literally schedule them out throughout the week. And I can actually vary the times, which I feel like before I was listing all at once, like all my listings right at once. But I've been finding that it's really helpful through Posh Sidekick where I can, once I'm done with my listing, I can set the date and I can set the time. So what I have been doing is I will try and do 5 listings every day. We will get into that in just a minute here, but I try and do 5 listings every day, and I try and spread it out through the day. So I try and do like 2 in the morning, 1 or 2 in the morning, and I try and do 1 like midday, like lunchtime kind of a thing. And then I try and do the rest of them in the evening and just kind of spread them out so that they're at least like 2 hours apart at the very least between each other. So I don't know. I'm hoping that that's helping. If you want to check out Posh Sidekick, I use a lot more of their features on there. I also use their closet clear out feature. I also use their cross listing, their relist delist, their silent shows. I mean, there's so many things that I use on there. I create all my listings right on the app. So if you do want to check them out, I will leave an affiliate link down below in the description box if you want to give it a try. I have been getting more orders per day with the caveat of last week. Last week really slowed down because I didn't make a single eBay sale whatsoever. No eBay sales. They were all just on Poshmark. So my sales were a little bit slower last week, but the couple of weeks before that, I'm trying to give you a recap of like a month of time. So before that, we're actually pretty good. I was having multiple sales per day, which is really great because I feel like that didn't happen before as a part-time reseller. Consistency. I have been struggling a little bit with that. So my goal is 5 items per day. And I feel like I can get 5 items per day pretty consistently for like 3 to 4 days of the week. And then the other 3 to 4 days, I kind of slip a little bit and I get either like 1 listing done or 1 to 3 listings per day. I don't skip a day. Like I always get at least 1 listing up, but I have noticed whenever I have like a lot going on aside from reselling, like if I have appointments going on or personal life stuff going on, then I sometimes like don't get all my listings done for the day, which is why the scheduling has really been helping. That is something I'm working on, and that is something that I'm starting to get better about. I'm starting to list 5 items a day, more days in a row than I was previously. So this is all like going to be a growing thing. We are going to just keep improving. And I don't think I'm going to get everything right away. Like, I think I'm just going to have to like keep improving as we go through this process. I'm very hard on myself. So I feel like that has been a little bit of a harder transition with being my own boss and running my own small business, is that I am extremely hard on myself. So I feel like if I'm not meeting the goals that I want to be meeting, like I start to be like, okay, you're doing something wrong. Like, why is this not working? But at the same time, that gets me to like think about what I can do, changes I can be making, and try and think out of the box a little bit. I actually got through all of my backstock at one point and then kind of got a little concerned because I wasn't finding a whole lot at the thrift store, like really good, solid pieces. I was finding very bread and butter things, which is fine. And I have learned that I do need to incorporate to make the amount of sales, to be listing the amount that I want to be listing every day. But I would like to be finding more substantial pieces. And now I have more of a backstock again because I just found a bunch of stuff and I was very happy about that. And I kind of need the backstock when I'm not finding a ton. I have quite a backstock of shoes right now because I only list what will fit in my inventory shelves. Maybe I need to change that at some point. Maybe I will. I might have to like figure out where I can store more shoes. But I have quite a backstock of them. I actually did some cleaning of the shoes recently. So I will actually insert a little clip of that here. of me trying to clean the shoes. Now, I have been struggling with that. So if you have any good tips, I did hear somebody and I need to try it out. So when I clean shoes, I do typically like to pick up shoes in relatively good or excellent or new condition. But sometimes, like, if they're really nice and all they need is like a wipe down, then I'm more than willing to do that. And what I'll usually use is either like a magic eraser, or like a baby wipe, or just like a towel and like dust it off or whatever. Now, I don't usually clean the bottoms of the shoes. I don't think I actually want to do that, to be honest. I don't clean the bottoms of the shoes. The bottoms are dirty, they're dirty. If you wear them, they're gonna be dirty. I did try doing like a bath, like a wash bath, that didn't quite work out because I used like some OxyClean knockoff brand, and I think that's why, because it didn't really have the effect that I thought it was gonna have. So I need to pick up some OxyClean because a lot of people have been recommending like a cleaning process, and the only thing that I didn't do to follow those cleaning processes that people have been recommending is OxyClean, the actual brand OxyClean. But I am going to start being very, very picky with shoes because I really don't want to have to like do a deep clean on them. I also have not been filming a whole lot while I've been thrifting lately. I've just been trying to give all of my time there to trying to find the best items and as many items as I possibly can. So I have been finding that actually filming while I've been going thrifting has been very challenging. I actually really enjoy watching Thrift With Me's, which is why I like to try and get that footage. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a whole lot of that going forward. I don't know. I kind of feel like this YouTube channel I still want to do, still want to have. Like, I actually enjoy making YouTube videos, but the one thing I'm not enjoying is one, taking away the time when I'm sourcing to pull out my phone and to like do all of that. I would like to turn YouTube into another stream of income, but we're not at that point yet. And so I don't feel like I can invest. If this channel gets to the point where it is making me an income, I will 100% do that and maybe have better Thrift With Me videos for you guys. The other thing with YouTube is the editing. I feel like when I edit a video, I like kind of like just really narrow it down and I edit out a lot. It takes me multiple hours to edit a video. I almost feel like those hours are better spent putting towards my reselling and being able to hopefully make more from that. Again, just because YouTube is not paying my bills, it's not contributing. So with that being said, I may try again not editing as much in my videos going forward. I may only do one video a week going forward too. So we'll see. The other thing that I had in mind as goals to do was to do more social media. And have I done any? No. The only social media I am still continuing to do is YouTube. I was trying to see if maybe I go on TikTok. I was trying to see if maybe I do more on Instagram. I was gonna try maybe Facebook. Like, I was like thinking of like all the things that I could do. And I got accounts set up for them, but I haven't really posted anything. And so I don't know. I don't know how to make the time for that either. So who knows if it'll happen or not. Again, I don't know if it's worth it to put in the time and the effort to do those platforms or to like do all those different social media if it's not bringing me more sales. I don't know. If you are a reseller and you post on multiple social media platforms, do you find that you posting on those social media platforms brings in more sales for you? Like, do you think that that is upping your business? Let me know your thoughts on that. I just don't know if the conversion is worth it. Just based on time that I'm having to put into it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I have a lot of things that I am still trying to figure out. This is, again, going to be a process that's going to take time. I have not yet hit the point where my reselling alone pays my bills. And I kind of knew that my first month or two or even 3 months probably won't fully pay my bills. I was hopeful. I mean, that would be awesome if it did. I mean, I still hope that it will, but I kind of knew in the back of my head that my savings was going to kind of have to help me through the first chunk of time till I could really kind of streamline everything and figure everything out and really kind of just build up the momentum. So those are kind of some of my thoughts. I know this video is a little bit all over the place. If you have any questions or if there's anything you want me to talk about with this new process, with me being a full-time reseller, what the differences are, yeah, if you have any questions at all, let me know down below. Put them in the comments and I will read them. I will respond. Maybe I'll talk about those things in another update. Is there anything you want me to dive into a little bit deeper? Do you have any suggestions for me? If you have any suggestions for me, anything that you think might be helpful, any tips, any tricks, anything that you want to share, if you have any encouraging things to tell me, any encouraging stories or experiences maybe you have had, that would be really nice to hear too. Anyway, things have been pretty good. Obviously, there have been a lot of life things going on. I've had a lot of appointments that I've scheduled now that I have time. There have been a lot of things that I'm doing outside of reselling now. Another really positive thing about me doing this full time is I now have flexibility. So I now have the flexibility to be able to do things whenever throughout the week. And I do want to make a point to be flexible as much as I can be, because that is a perk to what I am doing at the moment. And I do want to be able to lean on that a little bit. Again, I do have to be strict with myself though. I can't just be willy-nilly go do things all the time. I do need to be strict about making sure I'm doing my listings, making sure I'm doing my photographing, making sure that I'm sourcing enough. Like, I need to make sure that I am doing what I need to do to make money to live off of. Those are my thoughts at the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos that I'm putting out, even if it is a little bit less than what I was doing before. If you want to follow me along on this journey, don't forget to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It really helps me out. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for watching any of my videos. Thank you for your time. And also, if you want to support me and help me in this journey and you want to check out any of my closets, I have a little QR code here that will take you to all the platforms that I am on, and then that way you can choose whichever platform you feel comfortable with. And if there's anything you are interested in, yeah, you can purchase from me and support me that way. That would be awesome. We'll see you all next time. But take care. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.